chocolate. But what is Easter? We're going to be particular, so we're going to look at 3 clues. And Easter Sunday, we think of Jesus' resurrection. So 3 clues, we've got a magnifying glass. 3 clues. The first one is the linen. The linen, or linen. Next are the angels. And then thirdly, we're going to look at the cardinal. Very briefly. So let's look at the linen. What do we learn from the linen? Linen. Sin is paid for. That's what we're going to look. So I wonder if you look down just the verses 1 to 10 and we see how Mary they get out, Peter and John, they run to the tomb, and then there's all this talk about grave clothes and linen. What's going on there? Why has John put that there? Did you think that was a bit strange? I thought that was a bit strange. Why talk about grave clothes? So let's we're going to have to do a bit of Bible. I hope that's okay. But we're going to go back in time, and we're going to go to the Old Testament. Think Prince of Egypt, how God's people have come out of Egypt, and they built a massive temple, and that was how God was going to live with his people as he came out of Egypt. But because they were still sinful, they had to do certain things to be with God. And normally, the high priest who did all the special things, he'd be dressed like this, and it was very elaborate. But on one day a year, when he did the sins for all the people, he dressed in a very plain way. He dressed like that, in linen, a linen cloth. So I wonder if we could get some volunteers. But normally you do work there, and that's how it's on a special day. We'll go back there. We'll see. Right? Do we have some volunteers? Brilliant. Up again. We need some volunteers. So we're going to do all the things. Yeah, here's the default, the little default, we will spin that all the times. We're going to couple more here. Okay, just want to play that, display that. Sorry, it's very colorful. There you go. Oh, we've got lots of volunteers. Right, brilliant. Right, so here we go. Well done. One more. Oh, yes, there we go. There you go. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, what to do? Very special sacrifice. They did to take away God's take away the sins of the people. So what they do is they go outside the temple, take down where the altar was, where the altar was, sacrifice they go to the sin. They put flowers in case they die, so that people would know that the bells stop ringing instead. And they have a rope so they can pull this out. And here's the normal temple. Normally they do this stuff here. But once a day, once a year, very special day, they would go into the most holy place. And there was a massive curtain there. It was a massive curtain that said, no entry. And on the curtain were 2 very scary angels with swords, massive swords. And once a day, once a year, they'd go into the most holy place. They'd sacrifice their bull. There was the curtain. They'd go into the most holy place. And they would sprinkle blood in there. That's where God lived. They'd go, that's where they're going into the holy place. And inside there was the Ark of the Covenant, where they meet God, where God's law is. So we're going to go through. Are you guys ready? We're going to go through into the most holy place. We've done it. Right, come on. Right, sprinkle the blood. Sprinkle blood everywhere. Right, we paid for sins, and we're going to come out. This is what they did. They were sprinkling blood on the ark. Would come out. What did they do when they came out? Can you guess what they did? They took off their linen ephod, having paid for sins, having done the sacrifice, and they folded their linen ephod and they put it down. So I wonder, we're going to have a little game now. Brilliant game. How good are you guys? Fold your clothes. Should we see? You want to line up? Let's line up here. When I say go, I want you to pick it up. I'm in the front, it's great. And you take off your clothes very neatly. Yes, yes. Go. We'll see it falls in the next very quickly. 3, 2, 1. Half. Some good folding there. A quarter. What's less than a quarter? An eighth. An eighth for 16. Brilliant. We're almost there. We're almost there. And put it down in front of you. Still going. And well done. We folded our linen equals and we put that. And what that signifies, linen, is that sins have been paid for. So there's a verse from Leviticus, and Aaron is to go into the tent of meeting and take all the linen garment before he entered the most holy place. And he is to leave them there. So right, well done. Give yourselves a tap. Well done. So there we go. Linen signifies that sin is paid for. There was a lot to take into this program. Our second clue. So let's get our spyglass out. Our spyglasses. Second clue are the angels. And we met the angels briefly. They were on the ark of the covenant, and they were on the curtains. The thing about angels is they're not like fluffy little cherubim. They were big and scary. They had flaming swords. When people sinned, shove off God, I'm in charge, no rules, and they came out of the garden. What stopped them going back into the Garden of Eden? Who knows what was guarding the way back? Anyone? Anyone? Yes? Angels, two big angels. They said, wonderfully noticed, look down in the Bibles, verse 10 to 13. These angels look very scary in our passage this morning. No, what do? They comfort Mary. They comfort Spirit. They say, good. Why are you crying? So they used to be like that, but now they put down this sword and they welcome Mary and they comfort her. They ask her, why are you crying? So I imagine the angels are playing a game of golf. They're having a good time. They're no more fighting, no more keeping people away. They're saying, you're welcome to come into God's presence. So angels, the way is open because Jesus is dying. We'll come back to the matter. And then here's our third clue. I'm going to look at it. And that is the gardener. So the think it was very strange that this passage talked about a gardener, the greatest day in history. And they're talking about the gardens. I know gardens are good, they're good. But why describe Jesus as gardener? Why did John, the author, mention that? Would that not strike you as a bit strange? I wonder what the clue is there. If you're not going to sound more spectacles up. And so we're looking at verse 14 and verse 15 here. And Mary, she turns and sees she sees Jesus, but she didn't recognize him. And thinking he was the gardener, she said, sir, you have carried him away. Tell me where you put Jesus. And I will answer. The gardener is different. Why does John tell us about the gardener? What did we lose? The question is, what did we lose because of sin? Shove off God, I'm in charge. No to rules. Yes. We lost. No, really, actually, no, it's not so. We lost the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden, that's where people live in God's presence. And it was beautiful. It was wonderful. And at Genesis 3, we read how God walked with God's people in the cool of the day. And it was marvelous. But sin, because of sin, shove off God, I'm in charge. No to rule. We got turfed out of the garden. was very, very sad. And so John mentioned God because he's saying, heaven awaits. We are allowed back into the garden. But the garden that he's talking about here is not the garden back there. He's thinking about a better garden, a better, more glorious garden in the future, the garden of heaven. So the Lord comforts his people. This is Isaiah prophet speaking about the garden that is to come, that is glorious. The Lord comforts Zion. He will comfort all in her waste places and makes the wilderness like Eden, her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness will be found in thanksgiving in the voice of the song. So we have this glorious garden awaits. Heaven awaits. And so there we have our three clues of Easter. Then the sin is paid for. Angels, the way is open. We can go into God's presence. The garden, heaven awaits. We're looking forward to a glorious future. We will be with God forever and ever. It will be absolutely glorious. I wonder, how do we know that all these great things are true for us? How do we know they're true for us? So let's just turn in our Bibles, look down at verse 17, and here's the great promise that we see in these passages. So Mary, she initially doesn't recognize Jesus, and then she recognizes Jesus. And Jesus says to her, do not hold on to me, for I have not yet returned to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. So Mary, so tell the promise, creation bodies. Jesus' body has changed, isn't it? And do not hold on to me. He's got a new body. It's slightly different. It's glorious. Maybe you're old here. Maybe your body's not great. You think, good grief. If I'm going to be stuck in this body forever, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Don't worry about it. You're going to have new bodies. It's going to be absolutely glorious. Notice that Jesus called it, what does he call it? Brothers or sisters. Jesus will be our brother forever and ever. Glorious. And then what does he say? He says he's going up, he's ascended to his Father. And so just as Jesus died and ascended, so we will die and we will ascend and we'll be with Jesus forever. And it's in the future. And then notice how he speaks about God. Glorious. We can speak to God, not as a God out there, not a God as a God who doesn't care and not interested, but as our Father. Some of our relationships with our dads aren't great, but this Father is brilliant, and he loves us. What's more, Jesus speaks about our Father as his God. So someone to be adored, someone to be listened to, someone to be respected as our Lord. And how do we get there? How do we get there? How do we put food for us? How do we get there? And this was the thing that really struck me. What have you noticed in this passage? That there's lots of confusion. Did that strike you? People don't know what's going on. They seem to see something when they don't see it. So classically, Mary is speaking to Jesus, but she doesn't recognize him. What's going on there? And then she sees an angel, but she isn't terrified by it. What's going on there? And then John earlier on, probably John, he sees the two, but he looks in and then he believes. There's stages here. How does this work here? Well, through believing. And so right at the end of John, it's through faith that we get these great words. By believing and trusting. And so John, a couple of verses later, then Jesus told him, blessed, because you have seen, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. So we might think it might be better to live there and see the resurrection and see all that. But it's better to believe by faith and be blessed and see Jesus and inherit those great news and promises. Brilliant. Let's close there. How does that sound? Brilliant. Well done. Give yourself, extend your arm, bend the elbow, pass it back. Well done. You're going to pray. So, Father, we thank you thank you for the good news of Easter. That sin is taken away. That the way to know you is open. That heaven awaits. It is not what we look like. Every single day. We're going to stand.